I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Richard Francis. He is CEO at Teva Pharmaceutical. Richard, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me, Judy. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So now, Richard, today you announced your new pivot to growth strategy here at the New York Stock Exchange. Tell me about this new strategy.
Well, thank you for asking. So yeah, the pivot to growth strategy is a way of taking Teva back to growth. It's based on 4 fundamental pillars. One of those is deliver on our growth engines. One is step up innovation. The other one is create a generics powerhouse. And the final one is to focus the business. So all of those will drive growth. And the 2 probably I want to really focus on are that our drivers, our organic growth drivers. And that's taking the products we currently have on the market and investing in them more and driving more growth going forward. And that's Austedo, Uzedy, and Ajovy, all treatments for neurological disorders and mental health. And then our pipeline. Now the pipeline got a lot of interest today at when we launched the strategy. So people do not know Teva as an innovative company. We're more a global leader in generics, which we are very proud of. But we have got this innovative pipeline and some of the assets we told people about today and the compounds, and they got a lot of questions because they're very excited. We have a new treatment for schizophrenia coming out, a new treatment for asthma, and then another treatment, TL1A, for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. So these are exciting areas where there's a big unmet need. So that's something we're looking forward to. As we bring these to the market, then we'll start to see our top line grow and also our bottom line.
All right, so now tell me about some of the assets in your pipeline. What are some of the most exciting ones?
Well, I think the ones that are most exciting to me and actually seem to be exciting to some of the analysts and investors today were our olanzapine long-acting product for schizophrenia. Now, this is a product where there are nearly 2.5 million people who suffer from schizophrenia in the United States, and the majority of those are on oral therapies. Now, if you think about schizophrenia as a condition, you want to make sure you can adhere to that medicine so you get control of your schizophrenia over the course of a year, months. The best way to do that is a long-acting injection that lasts 1 month to 2. And that's what olanzapine will bring to the market. As we bring this to the market, patients will be able to move off tablets and move off to a long-acting subcutaneous injection. So in talking to psychiatrists, they believe this is a significant step forward for treating patients with schizophrenia. So that's one. The other one, which is getting a lot of discussion, is this product we call TL1A. It's more of a mechanism of action, a target. And the reason why people are excited about this is going to be used in predominantly 2 conditions: Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. These are conditions which affect about 3 million people in the United States, and there are no real treatments for them. So there's a lot of excitement. It's quite a distressing, debilitating disease. And so if these come to the market as and when, we can help a lot of patients. And obviously, once again, Teva can actually start to grow sales in those products as well.
Now, Richard, how will your new strategy impact patients and the healthcare industry as a whole?
Well, that's a big question, Judy. I'd like to think the way they impact patients is the new strategy. I suppose there's 2 elements to it. There's the element we just discussed, which is innovation. That'll bring new treatments to conditions which either don't have treatments or ineffective treatments. So we'll help patients in diseases where they have some medication, but not just really helping them control their disease. So that helps those patients. Another part is our generics business, where we'll be able to bring more low-cost medicines to the market to help access for patients who are currently on therapy, but also allow people to receive treatments maybe early on in their disease, because sometimes the cost of a therapy can restrict access to a certain patient population, and our generics portfolio will allow patients to get access to medicine as and when they need it. And I think that also helps lower the cost of healthcare in somewhere like the United States, because generics save, I think it's upwards of $3 trillion a year when it comes to helping the healthcare industry.
So you mentioned the generics business. Generics business is actually, you are the largest producer of generic medicines in the world.
Yeah.
So it's a very competitive market. Mm-hmm. How do you compete in this arena?
You're right, it is a very competitive market, and we are the largest. So the way we compete is by making sure we can keep launching new products. So our R&D engine has to be very efficient. We have to be constantly launching new products into the market. We're very good at doing that. We want to get better though. And we need to have a supply chain and manufacturing base that allows us to manufacture constantly at a low cost. That way we are able to make enough margin to invest in the manufacturing and the R&D. So we have a scale benefit, which is global, because although we have a significant business in the US, 60% of our business is in Europe and the rest of the world. So we are truly a global generics company, and that's generally how we compete.
Okay, so biosimilars.
Yes.
For the future, is that the generics business? What do you think?
Well, it's interesting. It's sort of a hybrid. So biosimilars is where we've taken biologic products that have lost their patent, and we obviously come up with a copy of that, replication of that. And biosimilars creates a huge opportunity for us and for the healthcare industry, because we take these patented branded products, they lose their patent, and these are normally highly efficacious products, but they come with a certain price, and we can launch our biosimilars, reducing the access, reducing the price significantly, and allowing healthcare systems, United States and in Europe, to lower their costs significantly. We at Teva have a biosimilar portfolio of 13, and we want to keep expanding that. So over the next 10 plus years, we will address over $300 to $400 billion of brands that will lose their patent, and we will come in and be able to substitute those with our biosimilars. So I think that creates a real benefit for society.
All right. Well, Richard, wonderful to talk with you. Congratulations on your new strategy.
Thank you, Judy.
Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thank you, Judy. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.